Hello and welcome back to the Private Label Masters YouTube channel. My name's Tim. I'm a top Amazon private label seller. In 2017, I sold over $4 million on Amazon.com. And in this free Amazon FBA Mini-Course, I'm here to show you just how I do it. Now, we've already talked about in the first 3 episodes on what private label is, how to use the power of fulfillment by Amazon to sell your own physical products on Amazon.com. We've also talked about product research, and then we talked about product sourcing. We've gone from 1, 2, and now here we are at 3. Your product has arrived at the Amazon warehouse. What do you do now? That's what we're gonna talk about in episode 4. Stay tuned. So your product's at the Amazon warehouse and you're excited to sell, but now it's time to make the most beautiful listing possible. So here we are at listing optimization. We're gonna go through 3 steps that are in the process. But before we dig into this a little deeper, I want to remind you that this is just a brief overview of all the steps when it comes to selling your own physical products on Amazon.com. If you are interested in learning a little bit more, actually a lot more, I invite you to click the link below once you finish watching this video and enter your email address so you can be alerted to when the Private Label Masters full course is available shortly. Now, I also want to mention that I'm giving out 3 free courses, and it is very simple to enter into the drawing. All you have to do is like each one of these whiteboard videos, leave a comment, and also click the notification bell. So it's time to jump in to listing optimization. Your product's at Amazon, you're feeling excited, you're ready to make some money. But first we need to make that beautiful listing. So what do we have first? Images. Now, when you go into the Amazon website and you're going to purchase a product for yourself, don't the images have a huge impact on you personally? When it comes to the images, there's different types of images that you need to have on your Amazon listing. First, you need white background images. Now, this is a requirement from Amazon that your main image, the one that you see as you search through the catalog of Amazon, that first one, it has to have a white background according to their terms of service. So that means you need white background photos. Now, in addition to white background photos, you also should have what we have next, lifestyle photos. So what is a lifestyle image? Well, in short, it is your product in use. For example, if you were selling a camping tent, does the buyer want to see it just on a table? No, they would want to see it in use, in an actual setting or the environment where you will use this product. So you would take that camping tent to an outdoor location and take some photos there, with and without people in the camping tent. You see how much more powerful those images will be? You see, the white background main image is what draws that first click from a buyer. And then as they go through your listing and see the lifestyle images and see themselves actually using your product, that is what seals the deal so that they go ahead and make that final purchase. So images are crucial. You and I both know that we go on listings and we sometimes see 1 image, 2 images, and we wonder, what does this product even really look like? And then sometimes we go on some of those other listings. And I mean the listings that have 9 images. They have measurements of the product. They have it in lifestyle images. They are crystal clear. They are zoomable. All of that is what your listing needs to have. Well, what do we want to move on to next? Text. Now, text or copy is what the writing is called on your listing. So we have a couple different areas of the listing that we need to write or apply copy to. But before we do that, we need to do keyword research. Now, what's important about keyword research? Well, we want to know what are people actually typing in to the Amazon search to find your product. For example, a camping tent. Can you think of what kind of keywords that a customer would type in so that they'd want to find a camping tent? Maybe heavy duty camping tent, maybe all weather camping tent, maybe compact camping tent, maybe extra large camping tent. You see, those are just a few that I've come off the top of my head right now when it comes to camping tent. But when you do keyword research, you start to find out there are many, many more different keywords that people put into the search to find a camping tent or whatever product you're selling. So you need to go out and find those. Now, a couple tools I can help you with. I'll tell you 2 of the many. You can use merchant words. You can also use keyword.io. I'll put a link to both of those in the description. Merchant words, for example, is $30 typically a month, but if you use the link that I have in the description, it's only $9 a month. So what do we do after we've done keyword research and we know what are the best keywords for our product? Well, now it's time to write the listing. So first we write the title. Now in your title, It is really that first place of text that anyone's gonna see when it comes to your listing. Remember, they see that white background picture, they see the price reviews, but they also see your title. So it should be attention grabbing. Now, one mistake that many people make is they focus purely on features of the product. It's this big, it does this, it weighs this much, it's heavy duty, things like that. But what you need to also focus on are benefits. What are some benefits that the customer can have? Now think of this. Remember, you have your title and you have to mix in some of those keywords, but you also want to mix in some features and benefits. And that's how you come up with a killer title that will gather clicks. Well, they've now clicked on the title, and what do they see next? Well, the next area of text or copy on your listing would be the bullets. Now the bullets, you have 5 bullets, and there are different ways that you can fill out your bullets. You'll go on some listings and it's very compact and short. You'll go on other listings where the bullets are very full, packed with words. Now I've seen successful listings that are very short and successful listings that are very long. It's really up to your personal preference on what you feel the customer would best use. And then you can also try longer bullets if you have short ones. Try it for a week. Try a week with the other ones and see what starts to convert better and which one gets you more profit. So now again, we don't want to focus just on features. We want to focus in these bullets on benefits also, mixed in with some of our keywords that we have researched that customers want to buy. Finally, they scroll down on the rest of your listing and then they get to the product description. Now the product description is where you have a little more area to really hone in on that buyer and convince them that this is the product they need. Try not to just stick with a few sentences. Try to really engage them. Try to get them emotionally connected to your product. And the way you do that again is by telling them how the product is going to benefit them personally. Remember, sprinkle in those keywords so that now we have a very optimized listing. So we have beautiful pictures, white background. We have some lifestyle pictures that really seal in the deal when they look at it and see themselves using it. We've done our keyword research to find out what people are going to search to find our product, and we've sprinkled those keywords in the title with some features and benefits. We sprinkled those keywords in our bullets. Remember, they can be long or short, whatever your preference is, just test it. And then we've sprinkled more keywords in our description that really, again, tries to emotionally connect with the buyer. Now you can do this yourself, or you can actually have a trained copywriter to do it yourself. Same thing with the images. You can do it yourself, or you can have a professional do it for you. I myself do neither of these anymore. I hire out trained professionals. I want people who are skilled professionals doing both of these aspects on my listing. Instead of myself being a jack of all trades, master of none, no, I delegate out to professionals. This listing that I'm building could potentially make me tens of thousands of dollars in the future, and I'm not gonna risk that on trying to take some pictures with my iPhone. And just because I passed English with an A does not make me a good copywriter or listing writer. Now, if you wanna know exactly who I use to take all my lifestyle photos, I'm talking about with every single one of my listings. If you wanna know who writes every single one of my listings, sometimes they convert at over 50% on some of them. That is just a little snippet of what's going to be in the full Private Label Masters course. You'll get every single one of my contacts that I have found over the years. And trust me, it is not easy to find someone who writes good copy and others who take beautiful pictures, especially creative lifestyle pictures. Well, we have to move on to our final section to optimize our listing, and that is the back end. Now the back end has a crucial area. It's called the search terms. Now remember, we did our keyword research and we sprinkled as many of those keywords into our title, bullets, and description. Well, it's important to note that you can't just pile tons and tons and tons of keywords in these 3 sections of your listing. It wouldn't make sense. You would have heavy duty camping tent, blue camping tent, compact camping tent. You can only use so many for it to still be coherent and readable. So what do you do with the rest of them? Because we want to make sure that our listing shows up in the search when customers type different search terms in. Well, you put the remaining keywords that do not fit in your title, your bullets, your description into your back-end search terms. So when customers type in long tail keywords, that means multiple keywords in a string, that they will also be able to find your listing. Because even though you haven't put the keywords all completely in these 3 sections, you have them also in your back-end search terms, which Amazon indexes into their search results so that you too can show up. And that is how you make a fully optimized listing, a beautiful one that's going to drive clicks and drive conversions, selling your private label products on Amazon.com. So in review, we have first, images, white background, especially the main image. That's what gets that first click. Then we have lifestyle images, which shows the product in use. Then we go on to our text. We need to do some initial keyword research to find out what people are searching for our type of product. Then we take that keyword research, we sprinkle it into our title, our bullets, and our description, along with features, benefits that really emotionally connect with our buyer so that we can really reel them in and get that sale. Finally, we take the remaining keywords that we weren't able to put in these sections and we put them into our back end of our listing so that we can show up in search results for all the different keywords that we found that relate to our product. Now again, I do not personally do any of this anymore. I use trained professionals to take beautiful pictures, to write amazing listings. And if you're on a shoestring budget, perhaps you need to do this yourself also. But if you're interested in using the very best, I'm talking about the very best, and I highly recommend you checking out the Private Label Masters full course, where I give you my exact contacts. Remember, we're giving away 3 free courses. And in order to be eligible, what you have to do is, like every single one of these whiteboard videos, leave a comment on every single one of them, and also hit that notification bell. Click the link in the description and register your email so you can receive early access to the full Private Label Masters course before I release it to the public. Thanks again for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this mini series, and get ready for episode 5.